Are we live? Are we alive? Are we live? We alive, baby. So, this is it's not complicated, but it's hairy. You know how you get those jobs that are sometimes they're not hard, but they're hairy? This is one of those. Because I got 3 floors. This is a townhome project, and I'm working on the trusses, the floor and roof trusses. And I've got these stairs I got to worry about on each level. And so I got to worry about where they start and, end, where they land. And now I've got this funky penthouse I got to deal with because they want to make the whole thing a roof deck, like goobers. Which I don't like necessarily, but I'm going to specify this really nice roof deck system. So that kind of gives you an idea of what I'm working with a little bit. I don't want to turn on everything, but I've got I could show you the floor plans. I've shown this in other videos on where I'm working on this project, and there's 5 units, townhomes. So like I said, I'm working on the roof deck, and let's turn these other floors off and the other trusses off, and that stair, so I don't have to look at that. And what I did was I just got through adjusting this penthouse, and I could turn on the walls just temporarily. That's weird. Okay, we're just so that I don't panic here and think I've lost my walls, I'm going to save this as a working view. Oops. Then I'm going to go to my front elevation just to make sure I haven't deleted the entire project accidentally. I've got so many views set up here. Here we go, front elevation. Okay, I was really starting to wonder there for a second. So I've got this 5-unit townhome, and I'm working on the roof decks. Well, that was, remember what I said about hairy? Yeah, this is hairy. And I don't think we're going to meet Sally during this episode. So I just realized down here, I got a floor. Oh, that's an LVL in the garage, I think. Let's turn this back on, and maybe I can get started on this. So that's the second. Oh no, that's in the 3rd floor. Yeah, that's here. Oh, I know why that's like that. I'm going to put this in the same layer or tag as this. Well, I'm just not paying attention to where I'm scrolling. Okay, that's the 3rd floor, so I need to put that in I've got it in floor beam layer, but I think I just want to put it in the floor truss layer, just so that it all comes on and goes away. Let's see, floor truss, 2nd. No, that's the 3rd. Yeah. Now when I turn off that and that, because when I'm looking down it's confusing. So anyway, I got this plan, and the stairs come up there. You saw that, so I'm going to turn that off now. And what I did was I drew myself a little platform that represents the floor right here. And you can see what I'm going to do is I'm going to have these floor trusses with a slope on them. I don't know, can you see that? So they got a 1/4 and 12 pitch, you know, 1/4 inch per foot pitch coming down on both sides. So if you're in the middle, the water will run that way and that way. You can't really put too much more than a 1/4 inch pitch on these roof decks because it gets to where you know, it feels weird walking on them if you you know, if you put too much of a slope. What that means though is it's kind of a double-edged sword, because now you got to put you know, a heavy duty roof coating that's made for roof decks on there. And if I get around to that, I'll show you what that is. No comments yet. No comments, sir. So what I'm going to do now is let's turn on that one stair just to show. And these yeah, you can see here that the stair comes up, and now you'll see in a minute what I got to do. So I'm going to start off using the Medique floor extension. This is a kind of a newer extension he has, and this floor already represents the subfloor size. In other words, the wall framing will sit flush with this, and then the sheeting. Why is that? Why is that out there like that? What happened back here? Oh, after all that, I went a 1/2 inch past it somehow. So the way you can tell is the green axis is the axis I want to be on. And you can see I'm not actually on it. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to leave it there, and then the red axis is the one I want going perpendicular to that, and that keeps everything coplanar. See, and the fact that I was able to close that rectangle shows me that, you know, the floor worked. So thankfully the joists are going in the right direction. Now we don't need this floor plate down here, and I don't want this to be these LSLs, so I'm going to edit this floor. I want everything to be lumber, and joist spacing. Let's update that. We don't want to seal. Where's the seal? Here we go. We don't want that because it's going to be sitting on top of the roof trusses, or this LVL I got to figure out over here. And then we do want subfloor. Yes, we don't want it to be, we're going to do Advantech. See if it's running the right way. Oh, you know what? The floor sheeting must be turned off. Yep. I wonder what happened to it. Oh, look, it's running the wrong way though. So there is a remedy for that. Nathaniel has put us a nice little Advantech there we go, running the right way. Should be running this way across the joist. And so now I gotta lower it, because when I drew the line it pops it up above that. And so what I want to do is put a reference line right here, a corner, and then I'm going to delete this reference I was using, because it's just I want to delete that. Oops. Oh, I see. That's drywall. I'm not. Oh, what did I do? I didn't mean to do that. I meant to put the reference down here. Yeah, I don't know what I was thinking. And I think I just need to check to see if that's going to sit. Oh, I see the joists are two. These are the wrong size joists. So let's edit it again. And we want 2x8. Yep, so we want this to be 7.25. Update. Oh, darn it. Lowered it instead of raised it, okay? What I'm trying to do is get this floor to sit on top of this house line truss right here. The other thing I realized is I want this floor to be flush with this truss right here. So I need to add a 1/2 inch to the width. Alright, so that's going to look pretty good. And so what will happen is you'll come up here, you'll open the, there's going to be a door here, and you'll step off, and I got to figure out how we can take care of a landing there. So why is that down? Somehow my this truss is weird right here. This LVL, oh, golly, should be flush with the top of this truss on the side, like that. And these two trusses are raised up for some reason. I don't know what happened to those. See how these are lower? See how this is supposed to be sitting on the ridge of this sloped roof. So when I brought this wall all the way out to the center so that when the water comes down this siding, it'll start sloping down. You wouldn't want to put it like right here and have part of this slope coming back to this wall right here where there's going to be it'd be a little dam, a little gully right there. So you want it at the ridge. And then we'll have to build a little wall right here to support it on this side. And then I've got to get with the structural engineer to talk about how we're going to support this, whether we're going to get like a gusset, a girder truss here, and then I'd like to have make a truss that is like here. I've got the house line truss is just a little wall, see, and that's gonna if I could show you all the framing, you might it might be clear, but just have to trust me right now. Trust me, bro. So there's a house line truss on each end, and that sits on top of the walls that divide the units. I guess if I went back here, wouldn't take that much trouble to turn on the wall framing. Oh gosh. Except he's got the plates in a different Well, I'm glad I did this because well, that's odd. Now I've got to find out why these trusses are not sitting up on top of the... Oh, I know what it is. I added 2 inches. Are these 8? What is this? Yeah, I need to. Well, okay. So part of this is I've got to get this drawing far enough along so that I can go to my engineer and sit down with him. It's kind of a. It's not really. It's kind of a chicken and an egg thing. I have to guess what's going to happen first with my 45 years of experience, but then I have to go kind of negotiate with the engineer, the structural engineer, and hope he agrees with me. So I've got these drawings here, a plan view of each floor. I got the second floor trusses, the third floor trusses, and the roof trusses. Then I have just a perspective to show him how those are working out, right? And this plan view shows the walls underneath. It'll show the load bearing conditions. And on this floor, this is our load bearing condition right here. And that continues right here. And then I got to figure out which one of these I can claim is the load bearing over here, probably this wall. So lots to do, lots to talk about with the structural engineer. And also have this building section I've been working on that cuts through. You can see, but you can see the slope of the roof here, and this is where you can kind of make out what's going on with, oh, I know what to do right here. I don't think I've got them drawn, but you can't really, it's hard to see. This is the 2 foot wide truss right here, but I need to move. You kind of have to go back and forth from your modeling to your sections, which is a 2D drawing versus the model. So once I discovered that I needed, then we'll turn off the walls. Once I discovered I needed this truss against the house line truss because it's sloping, I need to go back and add this one onto the building section. So it's a back and forth kind of thing. As I discover things in the model, I have to go back and update the two-dimensional drawings. So what I'm trying to do right now is find out what my load-bearing conditions are going to be. And what I would like to do is I'd like to somehow find a point load for this LVL that's kind of just headering this off for the stair. That reminds me, let me go ahead and do that. I need to edit this. Alright, that's the roof plan. So what I'm going to do is edit this floor outline. There we go. If I can see it correctly. This green object here is the floor outline that determines the shape of the floor assembly. So I think what I can do is I want it to line up with this LVL right here. So I can bring this back, make sure my green axis stays there, and then I can just I see what I can do. I see the end of the LVL, so I can draw a line from there to there, and then all the way down. Having those LVLs is nice because I need to lock my axis because I can't see it. So what I do is I bring it out here and hit the shift key and see how it got thicker. That means it's locked. Now I can go click on that and then come over here and find the red axis like that, lock it, and now I can delete this and this line. And I hope that doesn't freak it out too much over there. wonder if I can hit the save key while I'm doing this. Yep. Because if I update this, it might freak out. Looks like it survived. Oh wow, it went down here. Holy cow. It kind of survived. Not sure what that's about. Let me get this. I want to be on the blue axis now. That's the Z. The Z, as the Europeans say. There we go. Now you can kind of see. I guess it did kind of freak it out a little bit, but it looks good. Actually, you know what I need to do? I need to leave that in. I just realized something. I need to leave it in over here too. But that's while we're doing this. I wish it would stay there. It makes me nervous that it's wanting to move around like that. Let's see. Let's make sure that's 3.5. Yep. And we'll take out that line. Take out that. And we'll take out this line. We should be able to update. Hey, it stayed there. Okay. You're not supposed to have glitches during a... Oh. You're not supposed to have glitches during a live stream, are you? You didn't like that. I haven't used this new floor extension much, so... But look here. It's not wanting to generate that part of it, so I may have to do that manually. Let's go edit the floor outline one more time. Oh look. Alright, so first of all I'm going to hit the save button. And maybe it was... Oh wait, I'm sorry. I wasn't editing. Yeah, I was going to say, I don't know what happened there, so I don't see why. I mean, I kind of see why, but I'm going to ask Nathan. I always call him Nathan. His name's Nathaniel Wilkerson. He's the developer of this floor extension. And that should work. I don't know why you can't have an opening that close to the edge. It should work. So if I update this, I may have to send him a blip out of this. It's not working. It's not working. I don't want to spend a lot of time on this because I can just let's see. I'm just going to try one thing. trying to grab that line, and I am grabbing it. Okay, I'm trying to see if I move this over, what will it, what do I have to move it over to make it work? Okay, let's see if that works. Oh look, you know what? I just realized. You know what I just realized? Oh brother. Oh brother. We need to. We got some real stuff going on here now. That was scary. Let's see if we have any comments. Hey, Night Strike. Did you program this thing? No, this is a relatively new floor extension, and I'm getting ready to just draw I haven't used it enough to. You're supposed to be able to edit this floor outline. And then, and the floor is supposed to regenerate itself, and it worked for that big notch. Maybe I think what I might have been doing was, I should have gotten out of the edit mode. I hope this works. Let me get out of the edit mode. So what I was doing wrong before, I think. What was that line? I think I was hitting update while I was in the. No, that wasn't it. All right, so we're gonna move on, and I'm gonna show Nathaniel that and see what he suggests, because I should be able to do this. Pretty common. It's pretty common. It's actually very common to have a stair on the edge of on the wall, but the separation wall in a townhome. It's like one of the most common things there is. So we need the ability to be able to have that just put to a joist on each side of this wall, and then run the subfloor across it. So, but that's part of a new extension, getting the bugs worked out. But you can see what we need to do now is, and before I would have just drawn, it just looks too easy. I would have drawn a floor, like this. But the problem with this is I don't get the, oh wow, I drew it big, didn't I? The problem is I don't get the same level of detail. I don't get the floor sheeting, the framing, and I just like being able to model it. And I'm actually going to turn off the gypsum and the floor outline. The floor outline is turned off. Floor hidden is turned off. Oh, I had to regenerate it to get it to turn off. Okay. Alright. So you can see, I can see exactly what I got to do. Because I need the roof to keep sloping out here, but I need this floor to be level, obviously. So what I'm going to do is build a little wall and that'll probably just be scrolling is crazy when you don't have a background. So probably what I'll do is take and put a stud let's just do it right here first. Let's see, it's going to be 1.5 and 2 inches, be 3.5. Is that right? Yep. And then it'll be up here minus I guess they'll put 2 plates up there, 3. You wouldn't have to, you could get by with 1 plate really on this. Just go down 1.5. Wow, holy cow, I'm going to have to put some background in there. The scrolling is crazy. And I'm just going to make this a group. And oops, oh yeah, no, this needs to go down. Sorry for the scrolling. If I scroll over here, this is infinity, and I need a background. It thinks I'm trying to scroll to the sun or the galaxy or something. 1.5. And then we would have, I'm still trying to think about this in my head because yeah, that's right, because whatever I do here, I think I'm gonna have them make a truss that flattens out after this ridge. In other words, this truss right here would have a slope on it, but when it gets to here, it'll just be straight. But I don't know, you got to be careful about how much detail you put into the roof framing, because some framer just go out there and start putting up trusses and they're not going to pay attention. Like, you shouldn't be designing a roof with that much detail. So it might seem rudimentary, but it might be better just to have them build a little wall to go there instead of worrying about having a custom truss made. And again, I know that sounds, you'd be like, no, that ain't right. But you know, you never know. So then we'd have this little situation, kind of like this wall is kind of custom, where you're just trying to, you know, build a wall to. Did I get everything? Yeah. I'm going to group that little wall. There we go. You can use my name. I don't mind. As long as you get the royalties from the software. But see, I got everything taken care of. That's why I put this house line truss over here that's 2 foot tall. So that part's level. It also gives me a curb over here. And then this LVL, I'm thinking about breaking these trusses out. I'm actually, well, I gotta go meet with my structural guy, but I may, if I could make, just for giggles, if I made, sometimes we'll double, oh my gosh, I hit a view button. Oh, dang it. These are the fake walls I'm putting in here to give me my dash lines under there. Dang it. Wall scheme, turn those off. You hit one of these views up here and it changes all the layer states. And turned on, didn't I? There's the stairs. So what I was going to say is, and I want to be in perspective mode here. It looks weird when you're. What I was going to say is sometimes the truss company, because I got to deal with them too. The truss company will just double a truss and call it a girder truss. So they kind of cheat sometimes. They're just like, hey, we'll just double a truss and we'll put a big hanger over here, and then these LVLs will come across. See, they might do it to this one though. Yeah, I meant to put it over here, actually, like that. That's what I meant to do. And then this, that, this would come over and I thought I made those. Did I make those a component where they both came? Gotta turn the drywall off so I can see. Oh, there it is, back in there. I see. I see you hiding back in there. See, that would come all the way over here, and you'd have a big bracket, big joist hanger bracket. And this would be a girder, which would carry that load all the way back to here and back to the end. And these trusses would just stop, and they wouldn't be, well, they might, I don't know, depends. You know, these might not be here. But yeah, they need to be there because we need the ceiling. Yeah, they would be there. It's just that I need to carry this load. I need to carry this point load right here on the corner. Well, I need to carry this load and this load, and I wouldn't want to just put that on a normal truss. So, but that's why we meet with our engineers. And for some reason, this truss right here is messed up. I don't know how that happened. Don't know how that happened. Because it's flush on the bottom. And that's weird. You just get buggery sometimes. Oh, these two. Yeah, that was not flush. So I'll have to fix that later. I'm not in the mood to fix it right now. So, now, let's see. Mike didn't think that was funny. Alright, so if I turn this sheeting back on, I can now draw my walls. What I might do is, yeah, I gotta check. I think I need to add a 1/2 inch to the width of this. This is why I always do a roof. I do a 2-dimensional plan. Yeah, I bet this is 1 inch right here. Three-quarters. I need this to come over to, well, let's see here. I remember moving the whole floor over a while ago. Yeah, to here. So that's right. But it needs to be a 1/2 inch. Ah. Yeah, it needs to be a 1/2 inch wide. It's a 1/4 inch. That's weird. So let's see if it freaks out. Let's turn this off. We're gonna hit the save button. There's a novel idea. We're gonna edit the floor outline and I'm going to bring this over a 1/4 inch and 1/4 and click away and then update. Let's see if we need to regenerate it. And then we'll turn our roof plate back on. This should be a 1/2 inch now. Yeah, I can see it's a 1/2 inch. And that's our sheeting. So you would build your wall. Now we can put our framing flush with this subfloor, and then because the reason I'm doing that is because I want the sheeting to come up over the outside all the way down the building and lap over this floor system. Sometimes carpenters will make the mistake of, or the general contractor will make a mistake of ordering these trusses the same length as the building, and you really should cut an inch off of it and let it, well, in this case it's flush with the framing because the sheeting below, it depends on whether you're starting out on the first floor or not, but since we're up here, it's good. Forget I said anything. So we're going to get rid of this. We're going to turn this off. And we're going to put oops. So what we want this to be is, these walls are going to be 2x4, 8 foot tall. Let's see, are they going to be 2x6? Shoot. I think they're going to be 2x4. And then let's update that. And let's put the batten siding on them. Oh well, it doesn't matter. I just don't want the trim on. I don't want this silly wainscoting or this. Grease board's okay. Skirt board no. Update. And now we can just follow this line around. I got the walls turned off, so I'll have to turn them on here. I should have turned them on. And then this will be where I have to turn our walls on. Wall framing. Wall plates. I don't know why you got a layer for everything. Bottom plate, top plate. But yeah, that's but you can see now it would have been nice if I could have got the floor extension to work, because there should be 1.5 by 7.25. It should have a joist like this. one on that side of the wall and then one back over here with the subfloor on top of it. And that, we're getting there. You see the window framing. I guess I can actually control this, all this framing, but I need to go in and change the settings. But you see now you can come up. Let's turn on the floor plan from the third floor plan. There we go. So you'll come up from this level, and the units step down 12 inches each time because the lot steps down 5 feet overall. So now you got this stair that starts here, goes up, come up through this opening, and I got to adjust the stair. As a matter of fact, I just realized I cut out the floor too far. I'll fix that. And then there'll be a door coming out here, either right here or right here. And I'm going to extend the roof over the door. Because if you had a big snow, the snow would pile up to the door. So we need to cover the door. I haven't quite figured out how I want to do that yet, but let's these trusses are on layout, so we're going to have to fill in we need that to be there because we need an inch for drywall, and that's 3 1/4. So what we can do is hit the save button and then go edit floor outline, grab that and move it over 3.25. Why is it not, why does it look like it's too, oh, I see. There's those optical illusions you get into with 3D. And then if I hit update from there, yeah, well, green does a job on your eyes. That's much better. And that gives you an inch, a half-inch drywall over here, and a half-inch drywall over here. I've got 3'2". I may make the stairs wider. You can get by. The code allows this handrail to come into a 3 foot. You know, your code has to be 3 foot. Your stair, your egress has to be 3 feet wide, whether it's a hallway or a stair in residential, right? But the handrail can protrude into that space, and your typical handrail comes into about 3.5 inches the way it mounts to the wall. But that's okay, because you're only impending, you know, just for that little rod, you're not really impending much. So, but I like to make my stairs 3'2". Actually, I like to make them 3'6", but these townhomes are so small, I was having trouble. You can see that's 3'2". Then you got to count for the wall, and then you gotta have a hallway that I want at least 3'6", and this is tight anyway, so I had to kind of give and take on this to get it the way to work out. So what time is it? 1:27. What I need to do, the reason I'm doing this modeling part of it is I'm trying to get it in my head visually. I may say this is my working view. I have a work view because I want to have the state that I'm working in currently, so that if I want to, if I just want to see what something looks like, and you can see I used to have these penthouses forward, but and they're not as tall as this, but these are just like, this was a graphic representation of the penthouse, but I'm actually modeling it now. This was just like a schematic thing I did to show the owner to begin with, but by the time I got around to doing the real thing, and I never really liked this little part right here, by the time I got around to it, I had to push the whole thing back, because you can see by the time the stair came up, it was such a long run. I barely had enough room for my 3-foot landing back here. I think I actually have 3'2" or something, 3'4" almost. So that's good. So you need a landing of, you need a 3-foot landing at the top and bottom of a stair. And I think I'm going to try to ask him if I can get by without a landing coming out onto this roof, but I might have to, because you can get by with one step down, like in a garage or something like that. And by the time they put this roof on there, it'll probably be about 6 inches, a 6-inch step down. By the time we put the decking and the roof deck system, it'll probably be about 6 inches. But I want there to be a 6-inch curb there, because you don't want your door right down on the roof, because you get a big snow and ice damming will cause water to run back under the door. That would be bad. So we get about 3 or 4 inches around here, but you can get drifts, so I'm still going to cover the door somehow. Did I bore everybody to death? So these trusses, I made them, they used to be 16 inches. I bet this is like 16 inches. Yeah, they used to be like 16 here, and it's one thing I have to go over with the structural engineer is, the truss company actually, is because this roof deck system adds about 2 pounds per square foot on the dead load, and then we've got like a 60-80 pound live load, so these trusses may have to be beefier. So if I hit the save button here, and then I go to my drawing, you can see on the section I've got, have I got this set up for the best resolution? Yeah, I do. It's all kind of blurry. But if I'm measuring, I need to do that. Yeah, I need to go to my drawing, my section here. That'll help. There we go. That'll make it easier to see. I think I've got this. Yeah, I actually have it drawn now. I've got it drawn the way I've got it in the model. As a matter of fact, I think I actually took a floor truss. Yeah, I took a floor truss out of it. That's what the section looks like there. But when you're printing it, you know, it's a two-dimensional. It looks two-dimensional. So yeah, I gotta fix this. I gotta fix where we're cutting through this floor right here. You see, that's the landing I just did, and then these are the walls. And there's my little roof, and I gotta figure out how to put a slope on that roof and have the gutter back here. But what I like to have is an overhang over the door. And then that is a parapet wall that divides the units. And there's a car in the garage. So anyway, I think I'm going to stop here. Any questions out there in YouTube land? But yeah, I gotta start making some real progress on this thing. I'm gonna send this drawing right here. I'm gonna put some more notes on it. I'm gonna send this and this sheet right here, and probably send them the floor plan sheet. I've got this sheet set up. Oh, I need to turn off the topo lines on the roof deck. I got this sheet set up for the floor plans of each floor. So this will help them, this roof deck. You can see I've got all these units have the same floor plan in the middle. So as I was making changes to this one, all three of these, I've got it set up as a component. See how when I select something and these show up? So those are all four the same. They're component. I can edit one of them and they'll all change. And then these are unique, so I have to edit them separately. That's why they're not pushed back yet. You can see this is still the old style where I had a little roof back, which I never liked. I never liked the idea I had that little section of roof right there. I'd rather it be just like this. So now the water can drain straight off there and then drain straight off this way. Alrighty, I think I'm going to call the trust company and see who to send this to. Let's go to let's see, I'm trying to figure out why the roof plan has the because it has the that's funny, it's got the surveyor's all his garbage. You know, it's funny, whenever your civil engineers send me their CAD file for reference, and I don't know why this is like this. That's odd. They're always up in the air. They're never down on the axis. And what is that anyway? That's weird. Now I didn't do that, I promise. That's something the surveyor did. But I've got his stuff in his own special folder so I can turn it off. And I need to go back, set that view up, and then I can turn that off. And then I can turn off the all this stuff. See, we want the floor, we want the roof plan, but literally all this other stuff can go away. And I'm surprised we don't have it. It's easier for me just to turn it all off than to go and try to figure out what it's supposed to be. Yeah. I need to get rid of these grid lines, guidelines. That looks about right. And these, let's see, I do want to turn on my stair though. Let's see. So it'll show up. And I need to fix that. I don't know. I may fill that back in. I may turn these off. What is this? Yeah, I don't have a 3D stair on all these others. I just have it on these, so I may just draw it in there. But anyway, now I would save that, update it, save this. Now when I go back to my sheet, I can update that. Hopefully it won't move around on me. Sometimes they go a little crazy. Oh, good. And that's what it should look like. There. And then of course I gotta fix the two end units. So I'll send the roof truss guy this. And this. Oh, I gotta get rid of that. And so on. So, if there's any more questions. Right, so we're gonna save, I saved this. I'm gonna go back to the working view, and then we'll say bye for now. And I will come back when I have some more stuff done on this project. But right now I'm going to call the roof truss company and find out who I need to send this to. As usual, thanks for watching, guys. I really appreciate it.